Part 1. Wealthy, but why show off? In today's society full of luxury and material images, it seems like everyone is racing to show off their wealth. Expensive cars, branded items, and luxurious vacations have become the new trend among young people. But have you ever asked yourself, when you become rich, do you really need to show it off? It's easy to notice that when someone has a lot of money, they tend to flaunt their success through pictures of their possessions. A Lamborghini, a luxury villa, or high-end items from famous brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Rolex. This makes us think that wealth is the most important thing, that it's the measure of success and value in life. But the truth is, it's not always like that. Behind those stunning photos on Instagram, behind those extravagant trips, are you truly happy? Have you ever asked yourself if the relationships you're building are genuine? Or are you just attracting people who are interested in the wealth you own? I remember one time when I met an old friend at a cafe. He was showing off his brand new Ferrari to me. However, when I looked deep into his eyes, I noticed something strange. He wasn't happy. Even though he had all these expensive things, he felt like something was missing in his life. That made me think, do I really want to live a life full of expensive stuff without real connections with the people around me? And that's the question I want you to think about when you start making money and have the chance to change your life. If you're only chasing after owning expensive things to show off, will you feel satisfied in the long run? I believe that what you really need is not luxury cars or branded goods, but meaningful experiences in life. In fact, focusing too much on showing off your wealth just creates a gap between you and those around you. People will start to look at you through a different lens, and you'll become a target for them to judge or even exploit. This doesn't just make you feel lonely, but also creates envy and insincere relationships. If you look at some of the richest people in the world, you'll notice a common trait. They don't flaunt their wealth. They live humble lives, sometimes even in modest homes and with ordinary cars. They understand that true wealth isn't about luxury items or attention from others, but about freedom, inner peace, and genuine relationships. I once had a friend, someone you wouldn't think is very wealthy. He owned some real estate and stocks, but when I met him, he drove an old car and dressed very casually. He always avoided attention and lived a humble life. However, when I learned more about him, I realized that he had achieved great success in his career and finances. What I saw in him was the confidence of someone who didn't need to show off, someone who was content with what he had. So, if you can live discreetly and avoid showing off, you'll enjoy life much better and easily form more authentic relationships without worrying about whether people are taking advantage of you. But beyond protecting your privacy, you should also think about the other benefits of keeping your wealth hidden. One of the most important benefits is protecting your personal safety and security. Part 2. Stealth wealth, the unexpected benefits. When you have wealth, you might not realize that showing it off can actually harm you in the long run. Many of us might think flaunting wealth is great, but in reality, it's not always the case. It can lead to problems with security, privacy, and even your personal safety. One of the biggest benefits of keeping your wealth private is protecting yourself from unforeseen risks. Think about the danger that comes with showing off your wealth. Not only will you attract people you don't really need in your life, but you might also make yourself a target for bad people. A great example is famous athletes who are often seen in the media with perfect images. But behind the scenes, they face the risk of their property being stolen. There's a famous warning story about NFL athletes, National Football League, where their homes were broken into while they were away at games. Thieves had carefully planned the thefts, knowing when the athletes would be gone. This is just one example of many situations the wealthy might face when they show off their possessions. I read a story in a book about wealth that really stuck with me. It was about Billy Bob Harrell, a man who won a $31 million lottery jackpot in the 90s. Harrell thought winning the lottery would give him a peaceful life and allow him to do charity work for the community. However, he couldn't say no to anyone asking for help and ended up spending money irresponsibly. He quickly ran out of money, fell into debt, and tragically ended his life. This story shows how fame and flaunting wealth can lead to unforeseen consequences. Think about the problems you might face if you show off your wealth too much. When you own a lavish house, you'll have to deal with expectations from your neighbors, friends, and family. You might need to hire landscapers, cleaners, and even a pool maintenance person. These extra costs not only reduce your quality of life, but they also add unnecessary pressure. So, if you live discreetly and avoid showing off, you'll not only protect your privacy, but also keep yourself and your family safe. But there's another important benefit that many people don't realize: maintaining genuine relationships. When you don't flaunt your wealth, the people around you will be more likely to connect with you for who you are, not just what you have. This helps you build meaningful, lasting friendships and keeps your relationships real. Part 3. What really matters in life? Investing in the long term. When you live a wealthy life without showing it off, you begin to realize that the things that truly matter in life aren't the luxury items you own, but the meaningful experiences and relationships you create throughout your journey. Happiness doesn't come from flaunting wealth or owning expensive things. In reality, happiness comes from enjoying wonderful moments with your family, friends, and loved ones. When you're no longer distracted by showing off or trying to impress others, you'll have more time and energy to focus on the things that truly matter. Imagine the trips you've taken, the deep conversations with your family, the fun evenings spent with friends, or even learning a new skill you've always been passionate about. These experiences not only help you appreciate the real value of life, but they also become precious memories that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. Every time you recall these trips, you'll find that you've grown, learned more, and perhaps even become happier. These experiences will never lose their value over time, unlike material possessions that can get damaged or lose value. This can be compared to an intangible asset. Beautiful memories, strong relationships, and the growth you experience through each journey are things you can accumulate that will never fade away. In contrast, material things, no matter how expensive, can wear out, break, or become outdated. A Lamborghini, no matter how luxurious, will lose its value after a few years of use. But the memories of an adventurous trip or a cozy family dinner will always stay in your heart. These are the memories that cannot be bought with money, the assets that you'll never lose. Compared to owning expensive items, investing in experiences brings you true satisfaction and happiness. Traveling to places you've never been, experiencing new cultures, or participating in community activities and helping others are great ways to use your wealth. These experiences will never leave you feeling empty or regretful. On the contrary, they'll help you feel fulfilled and genuinely happy. You'll realize that contentment doesn't come from showing off your wealth, but from enjoying every moment of life fully. Many of the wealthiest people in the world understand that true happiness doesn't come from owning expensive things or living in luxury. They invest in their health, family, and long-lasting experiences. These people know that life isn't really about the amount of wealth you own, but about how you use what you have to create a meaningful life. When you live with the goal of creating real value instead of showing off, you'll find peace in your soul. For example, famous billionaires like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, they are people who can buy any luxury item they want. But they choose to live humble lives, focusing on investing in meaningful projects instead of just acquiring material possessions. They understand that true satisfaction comes from creating long-term value for society and helping those around them. What they do is not to show off, but to create a legacy that can impact future generations. So, if you've understood that wealth isn't something to show off, you need to think carefully about how to spend your money when you have financial abundance. The key is to know how to use your wealth wisely and meaningfully. You can spend money on things that improve the quality of your life, but not on material possessions or things that are shallow. You can use your money for experiences that create valuable memories or to help others build a better community. At the same time, when you choose to live discreetly and focus on long-term value, You'll also have more time to focus on what really matters: family, friends, and personal growth. You won't be caught up in the materialistic whirlwind, and you'll have a clearer perspective on life. So, when you have financial abundance, what should you spend money on? It's not always about money. It's about how you use that money to improve your life quality and create true value. Now, I'd like to share a few ideas on what you should really spend money on once you become wealthy. Part 4. Stay quiet. Live happily. When you become wealthy, the important thing is not to flaunt your wealth, but to use your money wisely to improve your life and the lives of those around you. You don't need to buy luxury cars or designer watches to feel happy. Instead, invest in your health, help others, and create meaningful experiences. One of the most important things you can invest in is your health. You can have all the material wealth in the world, but if you don't have good health, you won't be able to enjoy any of it. Investing in taking care of your body, eating healthy, exercising regularly, and getting enough rest will help you live longer and healthier. In addition, comfort in life is also an important factor. Investing in things that bring you comfort, like a good mattress, direct flights to your favorite destinations, or comfortable hotels when traveling, will help you feel relaxed and enjoy life fully. Finally, investing in family and friends is a wonderful way to use your wealth. If you can help your loved ones and give them better opportunities in life, that's a great way to truly feel the value of wealth. When you help others, you receive love and connection that no material possession can replace.